Krishnayatana spheres of totality of the object. We have already spoken of them in regard to the vimoksas and the abhibhayatanas. They are called spheres of totality because they embrace their object in its totality. Question. Of the four formless spheres, Arupayatana, only the first two, Akasayantayatana sphere of infinite space and Vijnananatayatana sphere of infinite consciousness, are Krishnayatanas. Why are the other two formless spheres? Namely, Akimkanayatana sphere of nothing at all and Naivasamjnanasamjnayatana sphere of neither identification nor non-identification not Krishnayatanas as well? Answer. The Krishnayatanas are subjective views and, of the formless spheres, only two, those of infinity of space and infinity of consciousness, lend themselves of subjective extensions. Safety, happiness, vastness, immensity, and infinitity, the sphere of space, said the Buddha. Throughout all the Krishnayatanas there is a consciousness capable of quickly bearing upon all things and, faced with these dharmas, one determines the presence of consciousness. This is why the two spheres of space and consciousness constitute the Krishnayatana. On the other hand, in the sphere of nothing at all, there is no substance capable of being extended. There is no happiness there and, in regard to nothing at all, the Buddha said nothing about infinity, immensity. In the sphere of neither identification nor non-identification, the mind is dull and it is hard for it to grasp a concept and extend it to infinity, as is the case for the Krishnas. Furthermore, the Akasayatana is close to the form realm and it can still be concerned with visibles. The Vijnanayatana also can be concerned with visible objects. Besides, coming out of the Vijnanayatana, one can leap into the fourth dhyana and, on coming out of the fourth dhyana, one is able to leap into the Vijnanayatana. On the contrary, the Akimkanayatana and the Naivasamjnayatana as the higher spheres of the Arupayatatu are very distant in formlessness. This is why they are not Krishnayatanas. 4. Objects and distribution of the vimoksas, abhibhas, and kastsnas. Every utilization of these three types of dharmas realizes a mastery over the object. 1. The Krishnayatanas are impure. The first three vimoksas, the seventh and eighth vimoksas are impure. The others are sometimes impure, sometimes pure. 2. The first two vimoksas and the first four abhibhayatanas are contained in the first and second dhyanas. The subhavimoksa, the last four abhibhayatanas and the first 8 krishnayatanas are contained in the fourth dhyana. 3. The first two krishnayatanas are called akasayatana. The akasayatana contains the vijnanayatana. The vijnanayatana contains the first three vimoksas, the 8 abhibhayatanas and the first 8 krishnayatanas, all of which have as object the visibles of the desire realm. The four next vimoksas have as object the formless realm. The marvelous qualities of pure dharmas and the good in the four fundamental absorptions, because the fundamental formless absorptions do not concern the levels lower than them. The absorption of the cessation of concepts and feeling constituting the 8th vimoksa. Being neither mind nor mental event, has no object. The 7th vimoksa, namely, the absorption of neither identification nor non-identification alone has as its object the four formless aggregates and the pure dharmas. Second section, the 9 successive absorptions. The 9 successive absorptions. Emerging from of the first dhyana, the yogin then directly enters into the second dhyana in such a way that there is no other intervening mind, whether good or defiled. From the dhyana into the samapatti, the yogin continues in this way until the absorption of cessation of concept and feeling. Question. But other things can still follow one another directly. Why would just the 9 absorptions be successive? Answer. There are always foreign minds that happen to be interpolated among the other qualities. This is why they are not successive. But here, lofty resolve and wisdom are sharp. The yogin puts his own mind to the test and, coming out of the first dhyana, he enters directly into the second in such a way that no other mind intervenes. In these very qualities, the mind is supple and easily cuts through desire. This is why the minds succeed one another. Of these successive absorptions, 2 are impure and the other 7 are sometimes impure and sometimes pure. On the other hand, the dhyanantara variation of the first dhyana and the anagamaya threshold absorption of the first dhyana are without stability. Moreover, the successive absorptions are acquired by the Aryas only, and their great benefits are not found in the samanantaka threshold absorptions. This is why the latter are not successive. The 8 vimokos, the 8 abhibhitvayattanas, the 10 krishnayatanas and the 9 anupravesamappattis have been explained in brief according to the Sravaka system. End chapter 34.